40%, 40 from 100, 0.4. Now, all I've done going this way is I've written equivalent fractions, but where the numbers are lower. So going this way, all right, the numbers are lower. Why is it not right? Yeah. Going that way, the numbers are lower. Going this way, the numbers get higher. But all of them are the same as 40%. So how could we confirm that for ourselves? Logan, are you paying attention? You're now on video, me saying that. Just so you know. Can we get our calculators out and can we do 2 divided by 5? What do you get? Yeah?
0.4.
You get 0.4. And is that 40%? Yes. If we do 20 divided by 50, what did we get? 0.4. If we do 60 divided by 150, what do we get? 0.4. If I do 62 from 155, what do I get? 0.4. So all of them are 40%. Alright? So, for instance, if I think of it as a test score, if I get 2 right out of 5, I've scored 40%. If I get 20 from 50, I get 40%. If I get 40 from 100, if I get 60 from 150, if I get 62 from 155, all of them are 40%. Okay? So what I'm after then is, can we fill out this sheet doing the same process? So, for instance, this line, I want it to be 35%. So that would be what from 100?
35.
Wait for me to ask, but thank you. 35 from 100. And what is that as a decimal? Okay? 0.35. Now what I'm asking you to do, if possible, you can't think of any, fine, but try and think of an equivalent fraction that's equivalent to 35 from 100 that is also 35%. And you can check that by doing the division to get 0.35. So anyone got an idea to start with?
I found one that was 7 over 20 because
Okay.
we know that 5 goes in the boat because one has a 0 and one has a 5 extra.
Yeah, so you've divided by 5, top and bottom, right? And if we do 7 divided by 20, we get 0.35. Now, are we going to be able to find a lower one? No, because 7 is a what kind of number? Prime. We could, however, if I know that, I could have, instead of writing that there, I could have put it here, 7 out of 20. But what could I have done in this one then? I don't know. Instead of doing 7 over 20, now if I put that...
14 over 40.
Good. 14 from 40 could have been an option, yeah? Any other options? 21 over 60 would be another option. Yeah? And then going above it, 70 from 200. Now just to show you what I did for this one, does anyone spot what I did? Here? I didn't double it. 62 from 155. I did. This one, I did. So this one is double, but this one's a little bit different. But I did do something. Pete, what do you notice?
I'm probably wrong. Can you just add on the next one?
Nope. Good thought. Max?
You add an even number on the top because it's even.
No, I didn't do that. That's a bit. No, it's got to be more specific than that. You've spotted something, but what do you reckon, Reese?
I added the first number.
Yeah. Do you spot this one and this one? So my equivalent would be, you don't have to do this, but my equivalent would be doing
77.
from 220. And you can check, if we do that as a division, do we get 0.35? Can you do it? You do it?
77 divided by what?
220.
Yeah, 0.35.
Get 0.35. Everyone good? So that is 35%. Alright, so what I've done on this sheet for you is, there's just a few, like this one we're starting with a quarter of the lowest, so I want to know all this information in the middle for all of these ones, and I've given you the equivalent, so whatever method you think you can use, my suggestion is to find the decimal. The last one, I want to make up one completely for yourself, an empty box. Alright? Everyone good?
Yep. I thought we were gonna have to figure that one out.
No, that's again. Recording now. So let's just have a quick look then. So we're trying to follow the pattern. Take your hoods down. Okay. Alright, so we want to find, it's funny isn't it, I said to you a max then does something specifically the opposite. Right, so 12 from 100, how do we find an equivalent fraction where the values are lower than that? So let's say I only got 12 right from 100 questions. What percentage is that?
12.
So that's 12%, isn't it? All right. So if I got 12 out of 100 correct, how many would I get right out of 50? Yeah. 6. Heidi, welcome back. Good to see you back. On the screen. Is there another equivalent you could have got? If there wasn't 50, I could have got 3 out of 25. Okay? Now if you check, do your division, you will always get 0.12, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Now what if we went above? So I'm going to go with, go on Max.
That would be 12 over 100.
No, that's this one.
I got one.
Yeah, Reese?
120 over 1,000.
120 from 1,000 would work. Okay. There is a smaller one. This one.
Right
Let's
there.
go at the front. What about just doubling the two? Heidi? 24 from 200. They're not the right order, but I'm not worried about that. It's fine. You carry on. Okay.
29 prime.
Pardon?
29 prime.
Is 29?
Prime. If it rhymes with
29 is a
it's
prime number, yes. Okay.
It rhymes with prime.
All right, so this one is where I've changed it a little bit. So Jordan, give me an equivalent fraction to a quarter that's bigger numbers. 2 eighths. Good. What's that out of 100? Do we know? Naomi? 25 out of 100. And if you didn't know how to do that, you can either multiply by 25 or turn it into a decimal, yeah, which is 0.25. So that would be 25%, which is 0.25. Good. Logan, can you give me a fraction that's above? Numbers greater than 25 and 100?
50 and 200.
50 and 200 works, yeah.